People often ask me, Fleek, how do you get so energized before yelling at your screen for these videos? And the answer is simple. I watched the trailer for the new Saints Row game. The new Saints Row Reboot is everything that's wrong with games today. It has the creative inspiration and direction of Control-C and Control-V, stealing and bolting on so many features and concepts from other media, then calling it massive creativity that this might as well be called an Amy Schumer production. They even stole the slogan from Austin, Texas, which stole the slogan from Portland, Oregon. And speaking of the setting, when you think of a cool city to place a gang warfare storyline into, where do you think of? New York? Chicago? Detroit? All classic, interesting options. However, the Saints Row Reboot developers said, hang on, what time we at? Alright, never mind, we're good. Albuquerque fucking New Mexico. That's right, Breaking Bad land. The yellow, boring deserts of New Mexico paired with the rundown, cricket wireless colored architecture and the piss filter of 10 years ago. Yet still, the desert has more personality than the main cast. Think of the last person you would ever want to talk to. You thought of a Twitter user, didn't you? Good news, that is your entire cast of wacky, cliche, millennial characters here. Alright, listen, everyone's already talked about these people to death, so I'll keep this brief. Eli is basically your accountant, but you already knew that because that is 99% of his personality in the dialogue. You get within 50 feet of Eli, and he's like the fucking Geico gecko with Tourette's yelling how you can save 50% or more on your car insurance. Then we have not female Dominic Toretto, who is all about cars and family. And finally, Kevin. Kevin is the best. I mean, bros, be honest, nothing is greater than a shirtless man talking about brunches and mimosas, am I right? What a draw. I mean, Kev is shirtless all the time, and I don't know why. I'm sorry, oh shit, hang on. Yeah, no, that one was actually a quote from the people that made this game.
Kevin is shirtless, I don't know why.
Altogether, when I look at this crew, I just think of the phrase goofy, followed by... And before we get to the gameplay, let's touch on humor. The humor misses more than it hits, and the dialogue has this weird feeling to it, like it's missing a laugh track. And to prove it, I've crafted the Fleekazoid Ultra Deluxe Cut. Take a listen.
What does it take for a man to be able to enjoy a quiet drink these days?
Mr. Nawali, you're coming with me.
You really think you have what it takes to bring me in?
I mean, yeah.
The funniest moment in the first 4-hour preview was watching this guy run. Anyways, now let's talk about customization. You know it's the pride point of this game because it's the only shit they've talked about for pretty much the whole year until the month before this game dropped when we finally got some gameplay footage. After the soulless cash grab known as Agents of Mayhem failed in large part due to the fact that they got their noodles so twisted that they decided removing customization was a good idea, they decided to majorly overcorrect and bet the whole casino on making the best customization ever. And the kicker is, you want to know what the kicker is? That Saints Row 2's customization is still better, and you can quote me on that. Moving on, let's finally talk about this riveting gameplay that we've finally been shown. And by riveting gameplay, I mean I can feel the rickets in my bones while watching it because this shit is beyond boring, beyond uninspired. It feels like they played Just Cause 3 and said strip this for parts and cram it into our generic new third-person game. Starring all the other usual suspects of reboot renovation, such as enemies that take too goddamn long to die, health bars to reassure you that this will eventually end, skill wheels and skills because they look great in trailers, and straight aimbotting, bannable level aim assist that takes away any concern that you may actually have to play this game. Shit, if you're gonna bolt on all that, might as well throw crafting in there too. And I'll clarify, the gameplay doesn't look bad. Two better words would be over-encumbered and tedious. I guess my overall point is, why is this game called Saints Row? If they're gonna change absolutely everything about the series, why not change the name too? Well, I mean, probably because Volition's life is depending on this succeeding. But now let's have some fun, people. Let's hit some predictions. Place your bets. I'm thinking 8 out of 10 from IGN, 76 from PC Gamer, an easy 4 from PC Mag, a recommendation from Eurogamer, and a massive splooge all over their goddamn monitor of 15 out of 10 from Kotaku. As far as some quotes I think we can see out there come game day, a guy that has never heard of Saints Row in his life will say something like, "The best Saints Row has ever been." Another person trying to think of absolutely anything that is even remotely above average about this game will say, "The customization in this game, it's some of the best in any game ever." A person that has only ever played Saints Row 4 will say some shit like, "I'm glad the series can finally return to its wacky roots." And every goddamn person that gets this game early will be forced at gunpoint to say something like, "It's a good balance between Saints Row 2 and 3. This game looks awful, but it still has the chance to be mediocre." See you at launch for my glowing review, which, I mean, hey, due to my low morals volition, you can pay me off, and it would be surprisingly cheap. Goodbye.